Hi, today we will learn how to add transition and topic sentences to our research papers. Please open the and topic sentence worksheet that has been provided to you and go to File and make a copy to make your own editable version. Pause the screencast to do so and unpause when ready. At this time, you also want to open your outline. If you have a detailed outline, please open that one as it will be more detailed and you can add your transition sentences right into your detailed outline. So go ahead and pause and unpause when you're ready to do that. Now let's look at the worksheet. We want to make transitions from big idea to big idea. So we will be looking at point A in the main body of the outline and point B. What you want to do is consider how they relate to each other. In my example, I have my point A being social media acceptance, where in the main body of my paper, I have just written a whole lot about acceptance from expert resources where I've cited them and I've given my own thoughts and analysis to that with my own writing. But now we're ready to move on to the next point, which is self-esteem. So I need to make a sentence to help my reader do this. So I have my sentence, if a person feels a high level of acceptance using my keyword from point A, then they likely feel greater self-esteem using my keyword from point B. If a person feels a low level of acceptance, they likely feel lowered self-esteem. So you can see that I've utilized keywords from both points. This gets my reader to start thinking from what we've just explored in point A and start thinking about the new concepts in point B. You want to do the same for point B to point C in your paper, and you will not transition from the intro into the main body of your paper or from the main body into the conclusion. But from points A, B, and C, you do have to make transitions into the new point. What we want to do now is we want to look at the littler areas. So this student would have transitioned from private prisons to public prisons. The next thing they need to do is they need to transition from funding to corruption. And so they need to make a transition statement that transitions their reader from thinking about that smaller concept to the smaller concept within the big umbrella of private prisons. So they create a transition sentence from here to here, and they will, in their detailed outline, place that sentence right before they lead into the next topic. The same thing from main idea A to B. You are going to place that transition sentence right before you lead them into the next topic. So then what you want to do is you want to start thinking about topic sentences. So the topic sentence, now that we've talked about transitioning from one idea to the next, now we start solidifying the next idea. So we need a nice strong sentence, which is going to be the first sentence in that next paragraph to talk about that topic only. So social media acceptance, I'm going to first start talking about the amount of friends and likes. So I have my sentence. There is an unyielding current that equates social acceptance to the number of friends and or likes someone displays within their social media accounts. So that's a strong sentence I wrote that revolves around social media acceptance and the first concept I'm going to talk about within. You do the same thing for point B and point C. And then again, you go to those littler areas and you make topic sentences for each of the littler areas also. So now what we have on our worksheet is we have some text that tells you where to place them and a couple things that I don't have time to tell you here, but you can read those on your own. But the next thing we want to talk about is something that's fun. Our worksheet asks that you create a hook. So the hook, you might be able to jazz up each main point with a hook, a statistic just focused on that topic, a famous quote or a narrative case study story that just talks about that specific point A, point B, or point C, which is unlike the intro where you talked about the topic generally. So I found a quote from Maya Angelou that talks about social media acceptance. It says, if you're always trying to be normal, you will never know how amazing you can be. So you go ahead and try these hooks and see if you can enter them into your paper. You would actually, in the detailed outline, be placing the hook right before the topic sentence. So in your detailed outline, we have orange indicating a transition sentence and indicating a topic sentence. However, a hook would go right before that, and that can be a fun way to work on your paper. You guys can create great transition sentences and topic sentences.